Hello, Bill here, Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to make a, I already have a privet hand drill spindle here. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to discuss hand drills. Nice thing about privet, it grows very straight. It's pretty easy to obtain spindles and hand drill spindles from privet, and it makes an excellent wood for primitive fire by friction. Traditional hand drill techniques take a lot of practice, and they're not easy to learn and to master. And in a survival situation, I would highly advise using, for a person who's not experienced or as experienced in primitive fire by friction techniques, I would advise them to use the bow drill over the hand drill. You have a much higher percentage of success in achieving a coal that way. The way I'm going to do it today is a little bit different than the traditional method, and some would argue that it's not primitive, and I'm going to argue that it is. It's a primitive technique that's been improved upon, and you can use some cordage. I'm going to use a piece of cordage that I have here, and some people will take the cordage, split it in half, and they'll notch the top of the spindle, run the cordage through the notch, and then tie two thumb loops onto the ends here, and you loop your thumbs through there, and that allows you to use the hand drill without your hands constantly sliding down the shaft of the drill and having to be repositioned at the top. And today I'm going to show you a little bit different way of doing that, the way I do it, and I think it's a little bit easier and a little bit easier method. So we'll go ahead and get started. What I do is I take, back here behind the camera, take your cordage, bring it in like this. What we're going to do, we're going to tie two double fisherman's knots in this cordage here to begin with, and then once we do that, we're going to attach the cordage to the top of the hand drill using a prusik knot. So we're going to go ahead and tie our double fisherman knots in here. And this method with the cordage, it gives you a much greater chance of success, especially for somebody who's not as experienced or just starting out. I've used hand drills, and you work and work and work at it, and you wind up working up a huge sweat and barely get the thing to smoke. And this method just allows for a much greater chance of success. Whoop, sorry about that. You guys are out of frame there. Okay, so we have our double fisherman knots. Cordage kinking up here. Pull those together. You know, you have it tied correctly when you have 4 coils on the front and 2 X's on the back side. So now we have 1 piece of cordage. We'll attach this to the near the top of the spindle using a prusik. And whenever you attach, when you're using a prusik with a double fisherman's knot, don't put the knot all the way at the bottom down here. It's always good to have it up on the side so you're not putting weight. It's not so critical in this situation, but in situations where you're rigging up lines for climbing purposes, you definitely want to be very aware of that. You run the prusik through 3 times. Make sure nothing's overlapping. There we go. And that is a prusik knot. That's a friction knot. If you loosen it, it'll slide up or down. But the second you put tension on it in either direction, it automatically locks and cinches on. It's a really good friction knot. And I'll do separate videos on how to tie those and how to use them. And we have our double fisherman knot here up on the side. So this is the thumb loop, just a single thumb loop, and this will work just fine with a single thumb loop. And I have a privet fireboard over there all ready to go. So like I said, this isn't constructing a set per se like I normally do. This is just a demonstration. So I'm going to go ahead and reposition the camera so you can get a little bit wider view of what I'm going to be doing here. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. So we have our privet spindle here, hand drill spindle, and our cordage on here that we just installed. And this is going to be a single thumb setup here, and that's all you need to put pressure on there, downward pressure. And have a privet fireboard, hearthboard. We'll go ahead and get the first of all, I'm going to go ahead and I'd already made coals with this previously, so I'm going to go and clean the end of the spindle up a bit. And that should probably do it. I'm going to go ahead and clean the end of this up a little bit, remove some of the bark, give us a nice clean working area as it abrades its way up. Go ahead and get our divot started here. The divot's very important. It keeps the spindle from walking on you on the initial burn in. Otherwise it's going to go all over the place. So it's basically just a pilot hole. And there's our divot there. Alright, make sure you guys are in frame. I usually throw a little spit on the hands, gives you a little more grip. You can use white campfire ashes, also works just as well. Initial burn in. I'm actually going to remove my sun sleeves here. They're actually hanging up on the spindle. I'm going to burn that in just a little bit more. There we go, much better. Sun sleeves are running they were running competition with me. That's a little bit better. Grab the saw in here and cut the notch that hole. Normally I'd cut it on the stump there, but I don't feel like repositioning the camera. Alright, and this is what we've got so far. Get in here and clean this notch up a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little off kilter there, but I think we can make that work. fan the bottom open a little bit. This is something that's good to do. It'll channel a little bit more oxygen to the coal. Alright, I think we're good to go. Give this guy a try. Turn the screen around here, make sure you guys are in frame. Bit of glare out here, I can't see the screen there very well. Welcome mat. And I already have a little tender bundle here made from jute, nothing fancy, just for demonstration purposes. Apologize for the planes coming over. Trick is to kind of take it slow, let the notch build. Let the notch fill up slowly with char. You can hear the sound of it change as it starts to bite into the hearth cord. Looks like it went out on us. It's okay, we'll make it happen. And we have a coal. A little windy out here. I don't want the cold to blow off here, off the leaf. Woo! And we have fire. So this was the a privet hand drill. It takes, in my opinion, a lot more calorie burning to get a coal than it does with a bow drill. I personally much prefer bow drill over hand drill. Just my personal preference. You can see we didn't burn too far down into the hearth board here. And this is from a previous hole that I'd used with the same hand drill. We probably get another, oh, I'd say at least 2 more coals out of that hole there. And this is over here from a privet bow drill spindle that I used. And you can still probably get a couple coals out of that one too. So, in my opinion, this works a lot better to use for a hand drill. And even using this, it's still pretty physical. I'm still pretty winded. Still trying to catch my breath. Anyways, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it for you guys. And please post any comments or suggestions down below. And I'd love to hear from you guys. And appreciate all the new subscribers. Appreciate your viewership and support of the channel. It's a small channel, still growing. Got a lot more videos in the planning stages as time goes on, and also as time permits. Work schedule's been pretty busy, so time gets to be a luxury that I don't always have. But whenever I have a little bit of time, I'll crank out another video for you guys. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a great day or night wherever you happen to be located, and I will see you very soon on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.